What's up, guys? We got a new video here, and this one is what women look like going through a drought. Let's check this one out.
Do you ever have like such a bad day and you're just like craving dicks? You're just like, I need dicks. I haven't had dicks this whole time. Give me the fucking dicks. Sometimes I really want to get cracked, and then I open Hinge. I see all the men who match with me and what they say, and I'm like, I'm pulling the wand out. I don't need this.
We need to bring back making out. Like, what happened to just having a good makeout session? Our generation has truly lost the art of intimacy, the art of a good kiss, the art of a good makeout. Like, that's all we need. If we just did more of that, everyone would be so much happier. And I hate when you tell people and they're like, are we in high school? I'm sorry, but people don't even know how to freaking kiss in high school, okay? And when you're kissing with the right person, oh my gosh, it just feels so great. You get the butterflies, and it just makes everything a million times better.
I don't care what nobody say. Being single for years and years and years, and abstinence, celibate, whatever the fuck you want to call it, not having sex, no intimacy, no nothing, like nobody caring about you, nobody even to talk to chat with, nobody to fucking confide in, not having no support, like none of that shit is normal. Like, that shit not for the weak. Being lonely, like literally lonely, not for the weak. And I don't see nobody talking about that shit enough.
Well, there are a lot of women out here that beg to differ. At least they do it when the cameras are turned on. You see them on social media. You see them all on TikTok, all on YouTube, Instagram, talking about how they don't need a man, how they're not lonely, how they are accepting and learning how to love themselves, going on trips with, their girlfriends and experiencing life like that. I even saw a woman who took a trip to, I think it was Jamaica, and she was taking this trip for a second time. The first time she took it with her husband, it was to celebrate their fresh wedding. And then less than a year later, she comes back to celebrate her divorce. You can't make this up.
Hey guys, actually don't think a man will ever love me for anything more than just me being a hole with some awesome knockers and awesome rear on me. I don't think they'll ever take me seriously. I don't think they'll ever actually view me as a human, but I'm trying. Every day I'm trying. Hey, get to know me. Hey, get to know me. It's not going well.
And that's something that really bothers me when women jump on here and they say what they're saying, what she's saying, because there's a reason. Nobody's trying to use logic. Women refuse to use logic in certain situations a lot of the time. There's a reason why this woman here is, if she says what she says is true, there's a reason why she's not with anybody, guys. Okay. If she was that good and that great and just trying to get to know somebody or let them get to know her, she would have somebody. Let's just keep it real. Let's stop playing games. Something's missing.
It's not going well.
You haven't slept with a woman in how many days? You haven't felt the gentle touch of a woman in how many days? You haven't been loved by a woman in how many days? The male loneliness epidemic, I have the solution. The women who still like dating men need to be dating multiple men. We need to follow in the footsteps of the polygamous Mormons, because I grew up Mormon, and the way they justified polygamy in the early days of the church was men were dying off from war. There wasn't enough men to go around to spread the seed. Well, guess what? We have that problem now, baby. Except that there's not enough women to go around. And then there's men who don't want to change, and they just watch their manosphere podcast bros and don't go to therapy.
Yeah. The ratio from women to men is actually astounding, especially in certain states. Women outnumber men, okay, by a lot. Okay, so that's off right there. And she's also talking about men in the manosphere and all these things. That's basically the equivalency, to men just waking up and finally seeing or noticing what's been going on. Finally stepping outside of that matrix, right? And the internet has helped. The internet has helped a lot, and it has hurt a lot. And the internet has a lot of women believing that, they are fine by themselves, right? And the internet is also showing men that that is not the case. And so now you see a lot of women on this video here, at least being honest with themselves for once in the camera's face and saying, you know, what they've probably been thinking about for quite some time, right? Especially ones who haven't had a boyfriend in years or dated or anything like that. There's a reason behind that, guys. Okay. If you remember way, way back when there was a cancel thing and when it came to cancel culture with men trying to hit on women, and it was the internet who just, it swept over all the internet, and it taught guys, or it made guys feel as if they shouldn't say anything. This is a whole thing, right? Not just quote unquote the nerds or the unattractive guys. This every man, right? Because everybody was shook. Nobody wanted to deal with a female who, you know, blew things out of proportion. And now as men are stepping back, they're wondering, what's the problem? But they only have themselves to blame for that.
That only leaves the women who still do want to date men. So those women should date more of you so you all get attention. And you should be yelling at those manosphere leaders that have the wife in the one-sided monogamous relationship where she can't date guys, but he can date other women because he's stealing women off the market. Good-hearted, beautiful women who want to date you are getting taken by him.
This girl is dumb. I'm just keeping it gangster. She is. I don't know what's going on with her. She put her makeup on, her lipstick, her gloss, and she did her hair to get in front of this camera and look dumb.
Because he's a greedy man. You should yell at him. Because we're in a female attention scarcity zone, baby. The only people to blame are the men stealing all the girls and the girls who still like dating men because they could be dating more of you.
Ladies, I think we should be the ones to make the first move on a date with a guy. And don't get me wrong, we love a healthy masculine. We love a man to take initiative and take the lead. But when it comes to like the first move, as in like the first kiss that we are anticipating on the date, if there's a vibe and we're both into each other, I think that the woman should do it. And you might be thinking like, you're too nervous. There's nerves on both sides. Like he's nervous too. You're nervous, he's nervous. You're both nervous. Okay, if there's a vibe between you and you're like kind of building that anticipation, and it's gonna happen, it's like you're already kind of playing a game of like, oh, who's gonna do it first? So what I like to do when I'm on first date and I want to kiss someone and we're in that eye contact, we're looking at each other and there's that like sexual tension that we feel, I like to break the silence by saying, do you want to make out? And just the look on their face, like they light up and they smile, and it's just like, yeah, I do want to make out. I'm glad you said that.
Well, I mean, at least somebody said it, because men are, you know, a lot of men are out here shook right now because they're afraid that if they say anything, they may get an ugly stare or they may get talked about. And these are guys who are actually going on dates. Okay, I've heard plenty of horror stories of men going out on dates thinking everything was all good. And then when they attempt to make a move or, you know, do anything close to that, they're shot down, and not just shot down, but they're labeled weird and creepy. I mean, you accepted a date with this man and so he can't approach you or he can't try anything and now he's a creep. You see what I'm saying? So evidently she wasn't into that guy. And that's what guys are so confused about. They don't know, right? We're sitting there thinking, man, I don't know. Just because she goes on a date with you doesn't mean, you know, she's into you. She could just want a meal. She could just want a free drink, right? All these things can be true at the same time. So you tell me, making the first move on the female side at least breaks the ice and lets the guy know, okay, from this point forward, at least I feel like I'm okay to do, you know, things that I think she would like me to do as far as touching her, grabbing her hand, things of that nature, things you do when you're on a date, things you do when you like somebody.
Yes, I am pissing. Anyways, let me just tell you guys about this guy that I met at a bar. I'll probably delete this tomorrow, but anyways, he literally asked me if I had a bush. Sir, if you can't handle a bush, you can't handle my sparkling, prickly personality. But also, for that to be a question that you asked someone at the bar, crazy behavior. And then he actually was smart enough that he was like, let me put my number in your phone. And I was like, okay, he texted himself from my phone. That was actually a good one. You got me on that. And then he's like, we're going out on Sunday. And I was like, we are not going out on Sunday. I'm not going out with you on Sunday.
And then A year later, she's posting another video and she's complaining about being single and not finding anybody. Okay.
And then I hear him talking to his friend because he's not slick. He's not slick with it. He's like, she's kind of a bitch, but she looks like she's a really good time. Period. And I am. Just not for you. So that's how the dating world is. If you're out at the bar on a Friday night, someone's gonna ask you if you have a bush. Just answer yes, because then maybe he'll go away.
Now, see, if she was really into this guy, you know, could have said anything. And like I said, the goalpost is always moved, right? If it's somebody that they're truly into, they could do anything. That's what I'm saying. A man who a woman is attracted to can do no wrong. None.
So yeah, that's my piss and chat for a Friday night. The dating world is the trenches. It is trash. I am not interested. I will be staying home from now on. Period. Period.
Just shut up and blow him. Just like physically shut your mouth and then choose to reopen it. Do not say anything, but just to insert him in your mouth. Because when I say that if we just shut up sometimes and did less nagging and more gagging, hey,
Wow.
things will actually start happening. The curtains you want hung will get hung. The leaves you want blowed or raked, however you want clean up, those things will get done if you stop nagging and do more gagging. So just shut up
Wow.
and stop reminding him and inspire him to do it. Because once he realizes that he will get more rewards by doing the things you want done instead of being punished for not doing them, it will happen. It's just giving him the inspiration to do it. And I know it's a hard concept to just shut up, but hear me out. If you do it, it will happen, okay? If you just stop reminding him and inspire him, things will get better. So just basically shut the fuck up.
I crave that man in ways that I have never craved before. The crave is scaring everybody.
Man, she's kind of, she looks a little strange. I don't know, man. Well,
I crave him in the most innocent of ways. I just want to hold your hand. Bye-bye.
Bitch, I want hoes.
You think you want a hoe era until you experience the aftermath of having a hoe era, especially as a chaotic bisexual, because that shit will come back to haunt you until the day you fucking die.
there are some weirdos out here. Okay, let me just say that, you know, watching this, there are actually a lot of weirdos out here, okay? So if you're single and you're out here, just tread lightly, because as women like to talk about men, from what I'm seeing here, that can be reciprocated, okay?
I can't do it anymore. I'm going celibate.
When a girl says she wants a guy to yearn for her, that's for the pretty guys, the cute niggas. Yearning is not for the ugly niggas. That's called harassment. You keep begging and pleading and, I just need you, and just salivating at the mouth and shit. That's harassment. When you're cute, that's yearning. That's, working for it. That's being passionate. Sorry.
I mean, guys, I said this at the beginning, and I've said this going back to the beginning of my channel, guys. It's, at least she's admitting it. At least she's going to tell the truth, because a lot of women will say, that's not true, whatever, but then continue to practice the same tactics over and over again. But at least this stew head admitted it. And that's just what it is. This is how most women operate. That's just how it is, guys. All right. Just like a pretty woman, right? A pretty woman is going to get more looks, is going to get more attention, is going to get treated differently, okay, as opposed to somebody who isn't. And that goes the same for men, right? And relationships and all of that. So if you are, quote unquote, considered attractive, coming up, you got a leg up on the competition, right? You got a leg up on the competition, and you can, people take that for granted, especially, I guess, now, because back when I was a kid and growing up, without all the digital shit, without all the social media, guys, it was a different ball game, because there was no social media. And if you were halfway decent looking, guys, you had a decent run. I had a decent run, better than decent, if I'm being honest. And so, I'm blessed and grateful for that. Right. But everybody does it. and you're in your own bubble, so you don't realize that. You don't realize other people, you know, if you really think about it, what they went through or what they didn't get to go through. And that's just the sad reality of it. And there's a lot of good people out here, a lot of good men out here who would worship the ground that these women walked on. But especially now in today's age, it'll never happen because they're just so broken in so many different ways. And they run off of this as well. So it doesn't matter how somebody treats you now. It just matters what you look like for the most part. There are exceptions to every rule, but the sad reality is that the majority is what she's talking about.
Everybody don't get the same terminology. Motherfuckers that's, you know, facially challenged and shit, sometimes it don't hit the same. It just be like, oh my God, like what do you see in me that you seem to resonate with? Like, am I ugly? Like it starts scaring me. You want me so bad. And it's like, I don't even see myself like that with you, but you see something. So it's like.
You see what I'm saying? All the fake hair. I mean, that may be a ball cap weave combination. It may be one piece that you remove all at one time. So you take the hat off and the weave goes with it. So, I mean, yeah, you heard it from her. I mean, and that's the problem, because now when women are doing this, it's blanketed, you know? So even the guys who consider themselves, you know, attractive, or who women consider attractive, they're not playing either. They're not going out, and more so really now they want the women to, you know, they want the women to talk to them first, because they want that, they want to know for sure that this girl likes them. And this goes for every man. This is how all men think now, right? I don't care what you look like, because it's the internet. The internet has caused this. A lot of these women have caused this. So now a man has to know automatically off top, 100%, that she is down, or else I'm afraid to take that call, because if I do, she may hit me with a, you know, SA, you know, allegation or something. So, I mean, that's just what it is. And it's women like this who play these games, and, you know, these are results.
Is it me? Am I the problem? Am I the issue? Am I the drama? So that's the difference. When you cute and you know you cute, you know when you fucking cute, that's called yearning. That's what I want. Come with the cute shit. When you ugly, no, you don't gotta yearn for me. Once I say I'm okay, that's it. You don't.
and I mean, that's how it went, bro. And that's how it went. You know, Jodeci playing in the background down low. You know, maybe you pissed your girl off. I remember I I was dating this girl named Marlena, and you know, I had this girlfriend named Kim. You know, I was kind of dating both of them at one point, and I got pissed at Marlena, and I told her, hey, that's why I kissed Kim. And she got so pissed, and she stopped talking to me for, I don't know, it might have been a week, 10 days, something, for a good amount of time, right? And man, she had me in the basement listening to Jodeci. My cousin's telling me, man, get out the bed. You've been in the bed all day for days. Get out of the bed. Stop listening to Jodeci, man. And then she had me on the phone, you know, yearning, quote unquote, like she said, for her. And it worked. It worked. But those are just memories. I'm going off on a side tangent, but everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't get to experience that, man. And, you know, it's almost a shame. Because even guys now today who are actually good looking and what women would consider good looking, it's been watered down. Like even those guys have to struggle a little bit sometimes because of social media, man. It is a cesspool out here. And I'm going to end it right here. I want to thank everybody for watching the content. If you did like the content, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button, because I drop content all the time on this channel. With that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.